Explanation. While studying the period of modern Indian history, we have to study the events happening in Europe during this period. Period of Renaissance. In history of Europe, the last phase of medieval period, that is 13th to 16th century, is known as the period of Renaissance. During this period, Reformation, religious reform movement and geographical discoveries laid the foundation of the modern era. Hence, this period is also known as the Age of Renaissance. During the Renaissance, humanitarianism was given great impetus. There was a change in the outlook of treating each other as a human being. Instead of religion, man became center point of all ideologies. The reform movement spread throughout all sectors of human life. Through knowledge, science as well as different sections of art, we can observe the discoveries of reform movement. Literature was produced in local language for better understanding to the common people. During 1450 AD, Johannes Gutenberg from Germany discovered new ideas. Concepts and knowledge reached in all sections of society. Religious reform movement. The Christian priests were taking advantages of the ignorance of the people and were indulged in unnecessary rituals. They looted the people in the name of religion. The movement that began against it is known as religious reform movement. Due to this movement, human freedom and rationalism gained more importance. Geographical discoveries. In 1453 AD, the Ottoman Turks conquered Constantinople, Istanbul, which was the capital of Byzantine Empire. The overland trade routes joining Asia and Europe went through this city. Since the Turks blocked this route, there was a need of finding alternative trade routes for the European countries to reach Asia. This led to a new phase of geographical discoveries. Intellectual revolution in Europe. Due to the changes during the Renaissance period, Europe proceeded from medieval to modern age. Intellectual revolution took place in the same period. The society starts stepping out of the past, ignorance and blind faith. The pre-established customs and traditions came to be seen from a critical point of view. All these changes are addressed as intellectual revolution, which gave further momentum to scientific discoveries in Europe. Revolution in political sphere. In the early stage of beginning of modern period in Europe, many political changes took place. Due to the various revolutionary events during 18th as well as 19th century, this period is known as the Age of Revolution. During this period, there was development of parliamentary democracy in England. American War of Independence. With the background of revolutionary development in Europe, it is equally important to think about the American War of Independence. The imperialist European countries took control of different regions of America and established their colonies. England established 13 colonies on the east coast of America. The people in America revolted against it. England declared war to suppress these colonies. American colonies organized the army under the leadership of George Washington and finally won against England. This event is known as American War of Independence. A new nation known as the United States of America with a federal government, written constitution and based on the principles of democracy was born. French Revolution. In 1789 AD, the people of France revolted against the uncontrolled and unjust monarchy and feudalism and established a republic. This event is known as French Revolution. The French Revolution gave to the world the three values of liberty, equality and fraternity. Industrial Revolution. In the later period of 18th century, there were many technological innovations in Europe. There was production with the help of machines running on steam. The cottage industries were replaced by big factories. Machines came to be used instead of handlooms. Railway and steamer became the mode of transportation. The age of machines began, and that is known as Industrial Revolution. Industrial Revolution began in England and then spread in other parts of West. During this period, England enjoyed industrial prosperity and came to be described as world factory. Rise of capitalism. With the discovery of new sea routes, began a new era of trade between Europe and Asia. Many traders came forward to trade with Eastern countries through the sea route. It was not easy out trade single-handedly, and hence many traders came together and started trade. Thus, there was rise of many trading companies. Trade with Oriental countries was very profitable and responsible for economic prosperity. Hence, European rulers started giving military protection and trade concessions to these trading companies. This led to accumulation of wealth in Europe. This property was used in the form of capital for trade and commerce, which led to rise of capitalist economic system in Europe.